in the audience, you will be hearing your name called as added to your team, and you'll get to hear about all the names of your teammates and find out who it is that you're going to be playing with whenever we go down to the Bayou here in February. We're Hey everyone, this is Smitty with League Joe. Thank you for joining us. We are live, so pardon any errors or hiccups or any fun glitches like me apparently going through the camera green screen. Hey, we'll work on that for next time. But the important thing is that we're here to have your names called. So tonight, if you are tuning in for the first time, you don't know what League Joe is, we do have our New Orleans Ultra Draft down in the Bayou, beginning in February 16th through the 18th. And tonight we are doing the player selections live. So right now we have coaches in another session, in a Zoom session, and they are going through and combing through all the picks, and they are selecting players for their teams. Now, what's very different about us is that it's not a random selection. The coaches are picking their players. However, they have a salary cap to manage. So that means that they can't really just pick their buddies. They can't pick all the studs. Instead, they have to manage a cap that's going to mean that they're going to get some novice players and they're going to get some really good players along the way, too. All of this at the end of the day is to create balance. And we're very proud of our balance and our parity. And I think I've already said that word a couple times. So if you're playing that game, good luck. So what we're going to do is we are going to start here with a unique round for League Joe where we have what is called the random round. And so all the players that we're about to announce in the first round were actually placed on the teams randomly. So this is a way for us to give the coaches a start to their team that they then have to build around. So we're going to go through our random round and then we'll come back around to what is round two, what is officially the first round of picks. So if you're tuning in, please share, like, follow, subscribe. We would love to get this out to more people. So hit that share button and we are ready to start rolling through the picks. So on the clock, we have Coach Allie, Coach Allie Massaro. She is based out of Indianapolis. This is her first time coaching in a League Joe tournament, but she has been actually a participant in many of our leagues here in Indy for a long time. So, who will she pick with her first pick? We'll find out here shortly. Well, in this case, she's going to find out too because it's randomized. So, this person that she's about to get is going to be who she's going to build her team around. So let's see. We've got, the pick is in. That is Jason Gasper, an outfielder from Indianapolis. So Coach Allie is actually going to start with a local. So, hey, congratulations, Jason. Number one overall officially. You have made it to Coach Allie's team. As you can see, Jason's going to bring a lot of speed to the team, which I think is a great plus to have right out of the gate. So definitely a strong player for Coach Allie here as she begins to build her team. So in addition, I know that he's really great with the outfield defense as well. So that's an important position to, of course, start with. And here we can see our live board. This is Coach Allie with draft order pick number one. I believe the next coach on the clock is actually Brandon, who is currently going to be receiving his pick. And there we go. As I mentioned, we are live, folks. And pick number two is coming in. By the way, this is actually. All right. Now, Coach Brandon is actually another one of our new coaches. This is for so. And here it comes. The first pick is Allison McCullough. Hey, I know that she's in chat right now. So, Coach Brandon, you are starting with AMAC, who is an awesome player, incredible teammate. And I'm not just saying that because she is live in chat. She's currently teasing our main umpire down there, Jeremy, and deservedly so. Allison actually started with us, what, maybe a year or two ago in League Joe, and her skills have grown enormously. So it's been pretty awesome to see her develop. There we go. She's officially out of Brownsburg. Plays a lot of catcher, but also has been transitioning to second base recently. So she's getting out in the field. She actually did attend our first one, and if I remember correctly, her team went pretty far. I can't remember exactly what place is, but hopefully she's bringing that hat back down to New Orleans. That definitely fits the theme here. So, welcome aboard, AMAC. You are officially on Brandon's team. Next up, let's see. Next up, we've got Paula Stalling, although affectionately known as Boss Lady. Now, she is definitely a veteran with us. She actually coaches pretty much exclusively. So, you won't see a Boss Lady on the field, but she will definitely be there with the clipboard leading her team on. She does a great job for us. So let's see. The pick should be coming in, and there it is. Sweet transition. I think we saw a little sneak preview there. Mike McLeod. There he is. Great starting pick. Mike, he is a pitcher, also a first base catcher, so really a versatile infielder. Great way to start out. I know that in particular, Coach Paula does love pitchers. So, welcome Mike to Coach Paula with the third overall pick. Um, well, I'm excited to see how this now stacks up as there we go. Mike, based out of Alabama, really a good, well-rounded player. I've seen him play in a handful of events now, and is definitely the type of player that you want to build a team around because you know that he's going to have that flexibility to go wherever you need him to go. But especially on the mound, I think that Paula has got a good start here tonight. Um, Next up, with I believe we've got who's up next? Justin. Justin Robinson. Let me tell you about this guy. Justin has an engine that will not stop. The first time I met this guy was actually in New Orleans when he was on our team. We didn't do so well that one, but uh, he wore the dog suit onesie while it was 76 degrees in the New Orleans humidity, and I don't know how he survived that event. Um, Ultimately, he's been very successful. He's actually got a championship under his belt. So we'll see how Coach Justin is going to start here now as the pick comes in. There it is. Micah Davis. Welcome to Team Justin. Micah is from Tennessee. I know him well as he was on my Dalton team. We got we almost pulled it off. We got second, so didn't quite get the job done in Dalton. But man, we had a good team, and that was a lot of fun. And Micah was a great player for us in that team. Um, Definitely a really team first guy. Really loved the way that he stepped up and was willing to play whatever position we needed for him. Was willing to take some innings off so that everybody could get some other innings. Just a great team player all around, and is going to be a great start to the roster here for Justin. Now, knowing Justin, he himself is a speed player and outfielder. So now with Micah, he's starting to build out his infield. So will Justin decide to go with more outfield once he starts his official picks? Or will he decide to go with pitcher? I'm not sure. We'll find out. Um, Up next on the clock, we've got Matt Perkins. So this is another brand new coach for us, but he played in New Orleans last year and is actually a local. He is the coach of the Rally Possum down in New Orleans and has done a great job spreading the word for us and getting some of the locals out to play. But this is the first time that he has had to face the League Joe salary cap. And let me tell you, he was fighting me earlier, something fierce, but he gets it. He understands he's going to have to play around with those salary numbers in order to get the team that he wants, and so he's up for the challenge. So he is a complete wild card for me. So I'm not sure exactly what he's going to. Oh, here we go. The pick is in. Now, this is a great start. First of all, this photo is one of my favorite photos. Janelle Lawrence, amazing pose. Look at that stride. That was clearly a liner. Great overall pick. This is definitely a player that you want to start building your team around. Janelle being our first female off the board, um, we actually are going to have three per team. So three and some change. There will be one or two teams that are going to have four women on them, but in this case, most of them will have three. Another difference about our drafts is that we don't have a set limit on the number of women or men. Whoever signs up, we just divide everybody evenly. And then, of course, our salary cap system takes care of the balancing for us. So we don't like to emphasize too much about that. We want everybody to play regardless of, what they look like or what they're made of, right? Um, Everybody is paying to play, not the other way around. So it's all about having fun. It's all about enjoying your time out there. And Janelle is going to both bring the fun and also bring great competitive bat and fielding mitt. Um, up on the clock next, Dean. Dean is our New Yorker who actually been to. He was on our top travel list. Actually, I believe Dean was one of our maybe number four or number five most traveled players. So Dean has literally been around the block, and he's coached a couple times now, so he knows what he's doing. Um, who he gets and builds around, I think, is really going to change his strategy. And I'm sure I'm going to hear an earful if it's not somebody that he's anticipating. And actually, this is Mariah Williams from Houston, Texas. Mariah, I don't think we have played together yet, so I am looking forward to meeting you in Houston. Looks like she is a left fielder. Um, got great speed ratings, outfield defense, arm strength, exactly what you want from an outfielder. This is actually a good time to mention that I do believe Mariah is part of our couples. So in League Joe, we do have a couples allowance that allows for you to pair up with somebody. And just so you understand how it works as we go through this process, we're going to have a couple that is selected, and we're going to talk about the first player. And then the second player is going to appear later on in the draft. That doesn't have anything to do with their particular skill set or anything like that. It's simply that the coach has to fit one player into their salary cap, and then the other one fits later. So if you are part of a couple and you hear your couple's name called, but you didn't get your name called, don't sweat. We're going to be talking about you later. So, welcome aboard, Mariah. You're with Coach Dean, which means that you're with a winner. He has had really good success at many of our events. I believe he's got one chip under his belt, maybe not as a coach, but I believe as a player. So I believe that you're really going to enjoy. On the clock next, our next team picking is Coach Janet Preston. Um, Another newbie, specifically to the coaching world. She has played with a couple of events with us, but she approached us a few days ago and said, "Hey, I want to give this coaching thing a try." And kudos to her. She's been doing homework all day. She was combing through, scouting the salary caps and the Excel sheets, and ultimately, I think that she's going to do well. She's got a good head on her shoulders, and hopefully she's going to be able to react really well to whoever she gets. Speaking of, oh, look at this pick. That is a sexy hunk of meat right there. Monty, where are you at? You in chat? I know you got to be out there. Um, Janet, I know you can't hear me because you're in the other room, but this is a stud pickup for you. Not only does Monty bring a great pitching arm, a ton of flexibility, he's also just got a heart of gold, and he's got coaching experience. So he'll be there to help you out. I know that he'll have your and what a great pick to start off. So congratulations to Janet. Congratulations to Monty. Welcome aboard, Monty. Hopefully you are in chat. Um, Up next on the clock, we've got Coach Wade, which Coach Wade needs no introduction just due to how successful he's been. Um, he and Brian, I believe, might be tied for the most events attended, although Brian definitely edged him out on the furthest travel. Now, Wade, I believe, has had a team that has finished in all top five finish positions. So a first place, a second place, a third place, a fourth place, a fifth place. And I know he had at least one more that he probably doesn't know about because it was under those places. Hey, Monty, I saw you in chat. Well, whoever Wade gets, we know that he's got the experience to come around. And oh, look at this. Lisa Allman. Lisa, are you in chat? Lisa is one of my favorite examples of a League Joe story. So Lisa is a fairly beginner player. She's started recently, but she has been awesome at sticking with it. And every single season she plays, she has just gotten better and better. And is just a wonderful teammate to have on the team. So, Lisa, welcome aboard to Team Wade. If you haven't met Wade, he's an awesome person. He will definitely be there to help support you and help coach you and the team. And that's great that you guys are paired up together. So, welcome to Team Wade, Lisa. I know that we're going to have some fun in New Orleans, and with Wade, hey, you got a shot at getting that ship at the end. So, we'll see how it all plays out. Coach Nikki is on the clock next. I believe we're at around pick 8. So as we go forward, this will pick up in speed. So we can expect that names will start getting called a little faster and faster as we go. But for now, co- let's see, Coach Nikki is actually pick number 9. So we have 14 total teams at this event. We were going to have a senior division. However, that did not end up getting enough players, so we did roll everybody together. But we are trying something unique in that we are going to allow seniors to use senior bats. So we've got some rules that we'll be explaining to everybody. But we figure, hey, the seniors are going to come to the party. Let's give them their bats while they come around too, right? So we're really excited about introducing that rule and hope that it can become a standard going forward because we'd love to see it where everybody is mixing and mingling regardless of background or age or so we'll see how that plays out in terms of the rules. Which umpires, by the way, hey, heads up. Oh, there we go. Nikki, you are starting with. Oh man, this is gonna be the my Dakota Bosch. Dakota, are you in chat? Tell me if I got that right. Welcome aboard to Team Nikki. Another awesome, well rounded player that is just a great person to build your team around. Obviously, going to have that speed, going to have that outfield defense, going to have that arm strength and hitting. This guy can spray it all over the field. So, whenever you're thinking about building up a team, one of the values that we look for is utility. And while you're doing your player survey, you actually do have the opportunity to fill out that you're a utility player. And I do believe that Dakota fills that box quite nicely. So, Coach Nikki is starting off real strong here. And up next, we have Coach Herb, and that will be pick number 10. What's going to happen, by the way, is after we finish announcing random picks, we are going to bounce back to pick number 1, which was Allie. After that, it is a snake draft. So if you are familiar with a traditional draft in like fantasy football, things like that, it is a snake draft. But once we get to the end of our random round picks, we will officially start the picks that are being selected by our coaches. And Coach Herb is, again, pick number 10. So we are getting towards the end of. So we should have the pick coming up shortly. There it is. Oh, hey. I know this guy's in chat. Jason Wilson. Jason, another one of our who has been out to several events, many events. Also has actually been to, I think, almost our Myrtle Beach events. He's a Myrtle Beacher, which we are starting leagues down in Myrtle Beach. If you haven't heard yet, we are expanding, so look for those. Jason, good all-around player, great teammate, great way for Herb to start. What I can tell you about Jason is he actually is just here to play cornhole. So he'll do the softball thing, but what he's here for is the cornhole tournaments, and I expect that he's going to come down with his bags and be ready to clean up. Don't act like you're not, Jason. I know you are. So great start for Coach Herb with Jason here. Gets a start in the outfield, which is one of the most important positions. So always good to have that. On the clock next, we have Coach Vanessa. Vanessa is with Game Changer Sports, who is actually also a sponsor and partner of League Joe. Vanessa this is actually going to be her first experience coaching and playing with League Joe. So we'll see how she does. This is going to be a unique experience for her, but she's excited, just like the other new coach. And I think that here we go with Game Changer. So they will be on site. They will have a merchandise table. You can expect to get bats, apparel, hoodies, t-shirts, tons of sunglasses, bat bags. So if you're coming down for your first event of the season and you're looking to pick up some merch, some equipment, some gear, Vanessa and Game Changer, when she's not on the field, will be at her vendor tent. And let's see what we have. I've got the pick coming in now. There it is. Brian Fisher. We were just talking about this cat. The most traveled individual for all of the League Joe Ultra drafts from Washington, so that helps him with plenty of those air miles. This is actually going to be Brian's first time as a player. Every other draft, he has been a coach. And this time, he's going to have to sit back and put the clipboard down. So I know he's excited about that challenge. I'm sure that it's going to get him a little bit itchy. But he should hopefully have a good time relaxing and playing as a player and not having to worry about coaching with Vanessa. But of course, he'll be there to back up and ultimately is a great start to the team. Another versatile player, can play outfield, can play shortstop, can pitch if you need him to. So overall, that utility strength that you really want to build your team around is coming out of the gate. On the clock next is Coach Jesse, who is our defending champ from Indianapolis. So last year we did have our first national championship. When players played in our tournaments, they accumulated points, and in Indianapolis, that was where we finally did our points championship. And congratulations to Jessie. She ended up on top. Her team, the Golden Bombers, had a great run. Actually defeated Brian Fisher's team in the championship. It was a great game. Forced the if game, and then the Golden Bombers came out. So, will Jessie have the equivalent Super Bowl hangover, or will she continue on a hot streak and pull in on the second championship? We will find out. But it all starts, of course, with the pick that she's going to build around. Jarrett Mathern. Excellent pick. You could see him in his New Orleans jersey. He was on the winning team in New Orleans, I believe. Yes, I think I think I recognize that jersey. And a great overall player. Excellent way to start the team. Plays mostly in the infield, but really has the ability to play just about anywhere, except maybe the outfield. Don't want to go. I see you, Jarrett. But a great spot for him to land is with Jessie, who I know is already going to be thinking about outfield with her draft. And now she doesn't have to worry about infield because she's got a great player that can certainly swing the bat and play infield for her. Let's keep it going with Little John, who is going to be on the clock next. I believe Little John is pick number 11. 13. And we see who gets here. And should be coming in here shortly. By the way, John is another one of our coaches, so coach only. So he will be not on the field, but he will be coaching full time. excellent coach and is going to be just fine in there. And looks like we've got a new player, Brooke Martinez from Louisiana. Welcome, Brooke. I don't believe that we've had the pleasure of playing yet, but we'll get to meet down in New Orleans. Let's see. And we looks like we are playing catcher, and looks like we've got a strong hitter here. Ultimately, Brooke is going to be going to a good home here. This allows for John to get a good start on the women's side of his draft. He's got an excellent start with Brooke. Looks like she also plays outfield, so I think that flexibility is really going to help out. You always want to have players that can take a couple innings out in the outfield if you can, especially during pool play whenever people are kind of getting warmed up in positions. Pardon me as I take my apple juice break. By the way, sponsorship is available for anybody that wants to sponsor and be the official apple juice of League Joe. And let's see, coach number 14. So this is Shasta. She is our first, or she is another brand new coach. And sending a note here real quick. And this is the end of the random round. So now that we have Shasta being announced, we will then switch back all the way to round number one or pick number one with Allie, and then they will start their picks. They have gotten ahead of us a little bit intentionally so that we could have a little bit of a buffer. We are able to. Oh, wrong screen. Did I mention we are live? So once we get Shasta's last pick in here, we're going to go back to the front, and then the picks will pick up speed a little bit as we go through and begin to get the picks. While we wait for that, we're going to start talking more about our sponsors and our opportunities. And one of our big sponsor and partners is Sports Drafts and Easton, Worth, and Mikan. They have been tremendous for us all year. If you are on our site, many of the drafts that you see are specifically sports drafts partnerships with Rawlings and the brands Easton, Mikan, and Worth. And there are exclusive bats that you can earn by playing in these events. So a huge shout out to Mike and Easton Worth, to Jason Kendrick. Kendo is awesome. He's been tremendous for us. Can't, have been extremely lucky and fortunate to be partners with them. And we're so excited to be able to bring a brand new series of Mike and Easton Worth events to the table, and this time bring exclusive bats. So if you haven't seen those exclusive bat models, stay tuned. We're going to be sending out emails. There'll actually be one of 5 models that you can select from. The next draft coming up is Jacksonville. If you haven't made any plans yet for March, take a look at Jacksonville. And then after that, I believe it's Manteca. And then, well, we're all over the place, including Hawaii and Alaska. So stay tuned to additional tournaments with sports drafts. And I believe we are coming into the last pick with, here we go. Coach Shasta is starting with TJ Gehrig. Excellent start for Coach Shasta. Again, Coach Shasta is a first-time coach. So this is going to be a brand new experience for her. I know that she has coached other teams in the past, but she's never done a draft. And TJ is another one of the experienced players who will give a veteran presence that'll be very good for Shasta as she begins to build her team. A very flexible player and a great player to build a team around. So I'll say it one more time. We are now officially through the random rounds, and we are now officially to the picks that are being selected by our coaches. If you have not heard your name yet, it is obviously coming. If you don't get picked in the early rounds, one thing I want to emphasize is that does not necessarily mean that you are a bad player. There is a salary cap that messes with the coaches. They can't just pick their buddies. They can't just pick all their studs in a row. This isn't kickball where they're picking all the tall kids and the fast kids first. They have to strategize. And so novices, all the way through your mid players, your beer leaguers, all the way to our D and C superstars. They're going to be picked all over the place. You're going to see some players going early that are novices, and then you're going to see people that are like, wow, how did they slip down to round 8 and 9? It's because our salary cap messes with the coaches and they couldn't afford it. So stay tuned. Your name is getting called, and we will pick up the speed here. Oh, let's actually go real quick into the war room, and we can actually see the coaches operating. Looks like Gabby is yelling at the coaches, which is appropriate. I think that they need to get whipped into shape a little bit. A lot of discussion, a lot of decisions being made. So we'll see how this all plays out in the end. So let's go ahead and kick it off. I know that we've got picks rolling in now. So with this first pick, as a reminder, Coach Alley had a pretty good start from select, a good utility player. So it'll be interesting to see how she follows up on that. Some players like to start with an outfield and work their way in. Others will start with pitching first, seeing that as the most important. And some others like to pick the players that they like on the novice scale first in order to know what they're getting in terms of skill and ranking and ability. So a lot of different strategies will be deployed tonight, and we will see which one Coach Alley is going to have right now. Kara Dudick Mizell, welcome to Team Alley. You are the first overall official pick of the pick rounds. So, um, welcome, Kara. I don't believe that I've had the pleasure of meeting you yet, but welcome aboard. You are going to be with Coach Alley. So, looks like we've got infield. So, Alley is beginning to build out her infield first. Looks like we've got a strong hitter here as well. Um, I know Coach Alley as well plays infield. So I see with Jason, she thinks, hey, I already got some outfield. Oh, and I see Kara. Looks like you've got some outfield on there too. So I see some work in there. Looking for more of that flexibility. Um, Excellent selection here. On the clock now we have Brandon. So Brandon, we're going to be waiting to see who he ultimately picks. Um, while we are awaiting, um, as I mentioned, we're going to get into some more sponsorships and some additional announcements. I'll also mention that we are going to be doing some giveaways tonight. So if you're in the chat, stay tuned. We will have some giveaways and some awesome things for you guys to participate in as well. In fact, if you're in the chat right now, go ahead and say hey, just so that I can see you, wave, and while I await the next pick, enjoy another sip of apple juice here. Oh, sip is down, pick is in. Mark Everett, welcome to Team Brandon. Um, Looks like Mark is in the left field. So I see some strong speed here. Um, so definitely something you're going to look for in your corner outfielder. Hey guys, Amber, Brandon, JD's driving, John, welcome, Kelsey. So glad to see you guys. I think their chat is popping. Actually, I mean, we got a lot of people. So sorry, Mark. This is your moment, your time to shine. By the way, anybody, if you're seeing your cards up here and you are missing a photo, go to that address and upload your card. We do actually have these cards, and we print them out at the event. So this is a unique collectible that you can have while you're at the New Orleans Ultra Draft. While we wait Coach Boss Lady and her pick, Coach Paula, we can see that Brandon has started with Allison and Mark Everett. So with Allison starting off in the infield, Everett going outfield. So far, 2 for 2. Teams are looking to build outfield early. Will that lead to a run on outfielders and a lack of outfielders later? Only time will tell. Hey, Steve, I see you. And Coach Boss Lady now on the clock. And I believe the pick is coming. Here we go. Stan Walton from New Orleans. Welcome to Coach Paula. Stan participated in our first event last year, which, by the way, was unseasonably warm. Hopefully, we get the same kind of weather luck this year. And Stan is an outfielder, great teammate. Welcome to Team Paula. So we know that Paula took a pitcher early, ultimately received a pitcher early, and now she brings out Stan, who again, outfield. So another common trend that we do see is continuing. Could be that everybody's being influenced by one. On the clock next, we've got Coach Justin. And while we wait Coach Justin, um, let's go ahead and talk about some of our sponsors. Let's throw a random one up there. Here we go. Visit Jefferson Parish. Jefferson Parish is the official parish that we are located in. We are in Metairie, Louisiana, and I probably butchered that name. If you have not booked your accommodations yet, I encourage you to join us in the official party hotel. We did sell out of our first block, so we did add additional rooms. We have several people that are going to be here, and we're taking this thing over. So do have free breakfast for anybody that's staying there, free parking, and you do get a credit to future events if you book in the Holiday Inn. So thank you to Visit Jefferson Parish. They have been tremendous partners. We're going to have some great after parties in the region. They're also going to send us information about ghost tours and some of the great museums and things that you can visit in the parish. So they've been tremendous partners with us, and we can't be happier than to have them participate with us this year. So thank you again to Jefferson Parish. And I just got word, the pick is in. Bailey Havlicek from Hammond, Louisiana. Looks like we've got a little bit of on Louisiana players. Certainly, we do have fairly high number of players from Louisiana region, but New Orleans is one of our more traveled events. A lot of people love to come into and looks like with Bailey, another outfielder, right field, high speed ranking. Looks like they're going to be able to really help immediately start off in that outfield. And Justin has a strong female to start off his team. If anybody just tuned in, each team will have 3 or 4 women on the team. So most teams will have 3, a handful of teams will have, and of course, balance considerations will always be in place for that process. And so Justin is starting with Micah and Bailey. So got that infield. No, Justin himself plays outfield, so doing pretty good there. And I see that we've got Coach Perkins, Matt Perkins, is officially on the clock. Now, Matt is a local. Matt knows a lot of the locals. He's certainly helped us with some of our salary adjustments. So if any of you got a downgrade, you can blame him, not us. So will he be able to use that to his advantage? We have seen in the past that sometimes locals do have a little bit of a perk in terms of knowing some of the players out. So will we see him pick a regional player, a local player, or will he go out of state and get somebody new on his team? I see Rally Possums are up in the chat, so we'll see if Sarah Allen. Welcome to Team Perkins. Sarah, you are from Louisiana, so he has indeed decided to stay in the region. Second base, looks like an overall just well-rounded player. Welcome aboard, Sarah Allen from Brusley? No, close enough. From Louisiana. Welcome aboard, Sarah. Oh, now this is interesting. So Matt is choosing to go ahead and just shore up his female team. We do see this happen a lot where people do value those picks early on. Strong women carry the teams. I'll say it. I'll be the first one to admit it. Girls, you carry us. Always have, always will. And Matt is definitely taking advantage of his early picks to try to get the women that he's wanting on the squad. So, where will he go from here? Will he go outfield like everybody else, or will he run out of time? Because we have seen these outfielders flying, as many of you has in the chat. Coach Dean now on the clock. We know that Coach Dean did start with a woman with his first pick, his first random pick. So he's got some flexibility now to go and really pick just about anybody that he wants. You know, if uh, if you've already got some of that base build up, then you don't have to worry about it for later, which is an excellent thing to happen. Uh, ho ho ho, big dog, Ben Sandy. Benjamin Sandoval, welcome to Team Dean. Um, Ben is a longtime player, not just with our tournaments, but with our leagues in Indianapolis. Great team player, great pitcher, um, just great, well rounded pick here for Dean. I know that Ben is part of a couple, and so we do have somebody attached to Ben that we'll be talking about a little bit later. But it seems that Dean has now selected a couple to kick things off. Uh-oh, a little bit of an early reveal potentially. Spoiler alert. That's okay. That we are live. Um, so Dean has started with Mariah and Benjamin. So again, great looking start to his draft. Um, Interesting to see he's got his pitcher short up. I know Dean himself likes to play first base. So Ben, I do believe you probably will be pitching. So congratulations. Next up, the pick is in. That was a spoiler that officially came through. That's all right. Elena Solomon. Hey, Elena, welcome back. Right there, you can see Elena in an awesome Indianapolis jersey. She is from Lafayette, Louisiana, but she did come up and join us for the national championship. She is part of couple, so we'll be talking about spoiler alert, Nick. If you're in the chat, we'll be talking about you here in a little bit. Um, does play infield, good, strong, well rounded hitter. Great way to start off the team in terms of building up the female side of the ball. Um, if people don't know who are tuning in for the first time, we do play big ball and small ball. So men will be hitting our 12-inch balls, and women will be hitting the 11-inchers. So we've got Coach Wade on the clock. Um, I really like this start with Monty and Elena, especially for Janet. This being her first draft, those are all veteran players who are going to help her out and be very supportive of her as a first time coach. Um, so good start for Coach Preston. And we've got Wade coming in. Boom. David Street from Fort Polk, Louisiana. Yeah, we are getting flying off. Um, Another good, well-rounded player, and he plays outfield too. So, again, we're seeing these outfielders flying off the board, and I guarantee you, the coaches at the back half of the draft, they had a strategy. They are tearing it to shreds right now because they're seeing these outfielders fly off, and suddenly they're thinking, "Whoa, what can I do?" And with David, we see yet another outfielder come. Now, David, again, I know is part of another couple. So that means that Wade hasn't just locked himself into David. Wade has locked himself into David's partner, who we'll be talking about a little bit later. So there's strategy going on behind the scenes. Great choice. Um, we've got Nikki on the clock next. I think after we announce her pick, maybe we'll do another sponsor. And let's see, with Wade, yeah, David and Lisa got a good strong start there. And a word is in. Nikki has made her selection. Grace Terrio, welcome from Mandeville, Louisiana. Grace is part of another couple and also played in our first draft. good, well-rounded selection here. Plays the infield. I believe maybe plays a little bit of outfield as well. We'll get confirmation once we switch it over here in a minute. And looks like yes. There you go. Look at this when we've got the flip flop there. We've got outfield, second base, and then we've got second base. So Coach Nikki, I know she is big on outfield, and we're seeing her run people. So I can tell you just from knowing what I know, there are really high caliber players at the top of the salary chain that have been skipped so far because the coaches are trying to build their teams in a specific way. So I know that there's some salary cap left on the table, but they actually get to use that as rollover later. So that's one of the reasons that we see some of our top players fall down to later draft. So congratulations, Grace. You are on Team Nikki. And let's see who we've got next. We've got we're gonna go to a jersey preview. Okay, everybody's been bugging me. So great. Here is a jersey preview of some of the jerseys, not all having New Orleans. Unfortunately, we didn't quite have enough time to get them all out, but you will start seeing them tomorrow, and they'll be available for all the way on the right. That is the official souvenir jersey. That is going to be a long sleeve. That is part of those top packages and also available for purchase if you got one of the lower packages. But that's going to be for every single player who wants just a jersey from the event. They're all going to have 24 on the back to represent the year and is a great souvenir to take home. The other jerseys you see, we are going to have a little bit of a theme. We have some wacky out there designs, and I know some players like a more casual, laid back style. So we actually have both. Your home jersey will be reflective of the town of the city of New Orleans. We'll have some inspiration drawn from there. You can see that in the blue, the black, the purple, and the golds. Those Mardi Gras colors. You can see the cityscape, and then the two at the bottom are the pinstripes. So everybody is going to have a slick looking, clean pinstripe away jersey. So that way you've got a crazy out there, fun souvenir from the event, but you've also got just a clean, fresh, crisp looking jersey, nice pinstripes for your away. So we're going to have a little bit of both. And I hear we now have Coach Herb's pick is in. Boom, Leslie Babin. Leslie is part of a couple. They are from the Babins are well known to those in the region, and so you know who's coming later. And that's a great selection for Herb as he not only shores up the females and begins to the process of getting those selected, but also has a great player coming in later. Leslie does play infield, so going to start building up that infield. And you can see that we've got outfield followed by infield here for Herb. On the clock, we've got Vanessa. Once again, Vanessa with Game Changer. This is draft. I guarantee you she is sweating bullets. Not only is it her first time playing, it's her first time coaching. So she is probably thinking very hard about this pick. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. Uh, oh, actually, I hear that the pick may be in, so we shall see here shortly. Miranda Madeir. Great selection. Another great player. Uh, good, strong, well rounded, plays infield, can cannon that ball, can hit exactly what you want to start to build out the women's side of your team. So, an excellent selection. Let's see if we have outfield as well. No, actually, okay, we've got a pure infielder in. Um, so Jesse has started. Um, I believe Jesse plays infield as well. So Jesse has bucked the trend a little bit. So she has opted to wait on her outfield. Instead, decide. Oh, Vanessa, of course. Jesse's on the clock. Sorry. This is Team Vanessa. So Team Vanessa, you're starting with Brian and Miranda. Um, Welcome aboard, Miranda. Once again, we've got outfield followed by infield and Coach Jesse on the clock. And pick is in. So, Coach Jesse, who do we got? Oh, no. Oh, hell no. This is literal trouble. Welcome, Kristen. You have been selected. Kristen is one heck of a player, heck of a teammate, heck of a coach, and heck of a league organizer. Kristen is one of four individuals who have decided to bring League Joe to their hometown. So, for last year, we have had League Joe draft leagues in Pensacola, Florida. Kristen has been absolutely phenomenal in helping build out those leagues and lead them. And she is just an excellent addition to this team. Good luck. Good luck. Handful for you. Jesse, I don't know if you know what you're in for, but she's going to keep you busy. Welcome, Kristen. Following up on Jarrett. So Jesse is looking to build out that infield. I can see people talking about how Kristen's going to beat me up, and yeah, you're probably right. Still worth it. I actually didn't know what I was going to do when her name was picked, but I knew I was going to do something. So we'll actually show the slide here after our next pick about some of our other local organizers. So that'll be a good time to transition. But first, we will see what Little John is going to select. Kalani Flores, infield. Looks like a well-rounded player right here from Houston. Actually, the second player that we have seen from Houston. So maybe we've got a caravan coming over to Texas. Um, let's see. It looks like John then is going to be starting pretty heavy infield. So this could be one of those turning points where the coaches are starting to see those outfielders disappear, but they see some of those higher value infielders. So they start thinking, hey, do I want to go with settle on an outfielder that maybe I wasn't as comfortable with, or go for the infielder I want? Again, the strategy around here, it changes every time. If you talk to 14 coaches, they'll give you 14 different answers on strategy. Um, so let's switch it over and talk a little bit about our locals. If you are out there in the chat and you want to bring League Joe to your hometown, well, guess what? You can. We are expanding. And so if you want to bring League Joe to your hometown, you can do so alongside us, and you can literally living beginning to build out leagues in your hometown. As you can see, we have four individuals who have stepped up to the plate. Jacob, who many of us know and love, has Estonia for the last year, along with extra shout out for Chris Rogers, if you're in the chat, as he's stepped up big to help out in that region as well. We just mentioned Kristen and Pensacola, and then we have two new territories. We have Myrtle Beach, which is signed and announced with Sean Butler, who's starting out the program out there. And then we've actually got Missouri coming with Matt Offerman. We don't want to jinx it. We're announcing it a little bit early, but it's coming. So that'll give us four locations outside of Indianapolis, and we want you to bring us to your hometown too. What does it take? Just find us some fields. If you go onto that website, you can send us an application about your region, tell us about your experience, and then what fields you think are available, and then we'll work with you to secure those fields and get leagues going. So corp.leaguejoe.com/commish. Check that out. Hey, I just saw Kalani. He's just got picked. Coach Shasta with the last pick in the round. Crystal Carlson from New York. Welcome aboard. Um, this is an infielder. Looks like got some good stats, got some good hitting. Looks like arm strength, defense. Um, looks like a great player. I don't believe that we've had the pleasure of meeting yet, but I look forward to meeting you in Louisiana. So welcome aboard, Crystal, to Team Shasta. Shasta is obviously shoring up her females on the team. Looks like she is focusing on building out the infield with TJ and Crystal. Looks like they've got a good start on that. Now, as a reminder, snake draft. So this should be a pretty quick pick because Shasta's going again. And in this round, this actually starts a brand new salary cap. So the players are going to have a lot more freedom to work within cap restrictions to start picking additional players. And so we will see here shortly who is on the end around. And it sounds like the pick is incoming. Apple juice break. Oh, Kenny M.S. Powers. Welcome to Team Shasta from Metairie, Louisiana. So probably going to walk over to the fields, frankly. Kenny Powers is definitely one of our stronger players. And so this is a great pick from Coach Shasta. Got to imagine that she had to save up some salary cap points, and she's going big with a big hitter, big fielder, big player. Great addition. I believe he played on the second place team in New Orleans the first year, so came up just short, and I'm sure is looking for revenge. So welcome, Kenny Powers. You are on board Team Shasta. And we'll go ahead and take a look at her team. We are starting to fill out here. And excellent. TJ, Crystal, Kenny Powers. And yes, that is his real name. I'm sure that he loved the Netflix series when it came out. So this is a great start. Kenny can literally play just about anywhere. So I know it's got pitcher on there. I know he's got shortstop, outfield. Look, they're going to slap him wherever he needs to go, and we're going to have a great. So this is now snaking back around. That means that our 11th or our 13th pick is now on the clock. So Coach Shasta is not picking again. I believe it is Little John. Thank you. By the way, quick shout out for our silent video producer, Ryan. Amazing video producer, amazing photographer, amazing human being. And so he's doing a great job behind the scenes for us. So he is the voice. I don't know if he just said that online or not.
Oh, I mean, I'll turn my mic on here for just a second. I appreciate that, Sean. Thanks for the little shout out. It's fun hanging out with you. Excited to see everything you guys do this year on League Joe.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And really glad that you been able to let's do this second broadcast. We actually did our first one ever in New Orleans, so this is like a full cycle.
Absolutely. And with that, the next pick is in.
Coach Little John. Tim Simpson. Excellent pick. Tim was another player on my team in New Orleans last year. For those that don't know, I actually wasn't going to coach, but we had a last minute drop on the coaches, and so I got thrust into the action, which these guys made it easy because they were a fun team to be around. We didn't have a ton of success on the field, but we lost a lot of close games, and so I know the guys on this team. I know their talent, and Tim is a great steal at this pick. Outfield, lots of speed, going to be able to cover that range. In fact, we darn near played 3-man with as much speed as we had out there with Tim and with Justin. So, congratulations, Tim. Welcome to the team. And we are to see the next pick here shortly. All right, and here comes the pick for Coach Jesse. Malik Johnson from Avondale, Louisiana. Malik, don't believe we have played together yet. So this is a mystery to me, but welcome aboard. The stats say a strong player. So you got a lot to live up to, Malik. You are being drafted to play a starring role for this team. Looks like corner infield with third base. And yep. So we are definitely making sure that the infield is covered. Looks like Malik also has the flexibility to play field, so that could be part of the strategy here. as we see Coach Jessie building out her team. Um, as we go through, there are several players that have been picked as couples. So again, this will start to speed up here pretty quickly as we start to hit those couple. Because once we get to those couple place positions, they actually end up skipping, and then the next coach will pick. So let's go ahead, and Coach Vanessa has Jose Vega out. Looks like plays all over. Outfield defense, hitting, slugging. Excellent pick from Tampa, Florida. Jose, welcome aboard. And let's see, with Coach Vanessa, we've got Ryan, Miranda, and Jose. Outfield is getting shored up. So Coach Herb is up next. And I believe we already have the pick in. Ah, Dawn. Of course. Herb goes with the homer pick with Dawn. Excellent infielder, excellent outfielder, all around great player. Welcome to Team Herb, Dawn. And good all around player, great pick. Also is going to be able to knock out 2 out of 3 women have now been drafted. So one more to be selected by Coach Herb. So good start to the draft for Herb. And we are going to see pick number 9 come in here. Coach Nikki is on the clock. Pick is in. Shelby Davidson. Hey, Shelby, I think I saw you in chat. Welcome to Coach Nikki. Hitting, slugging, defense, all around great player. Going to be a good pitcher for Nikki. Excellent selection here. And we've got Coach Wade on the clock next while we take a look here at Nikki. Outfield pitcher. Nice built, well-rounded. Nikki knows what she's doing. She's done a couple of these drafts. I actually believe she might have drafted Shelby in the past, so a little bit of a homer pick could be happening there. Great pick, Coach Nikki. And we've got the next pick coming up. Coach Wade. Boom. Errol Bailey from Monts, Louisiana. Welcome, Errol. I see again we got more outfield. So looks like there's Wade making that run on outfield. Having played for Wade and with Wade, I do know that he loves his fielders. So congratulations to Wade. Errol, you have been selected. Welcome aboard, Team Wade. And we've got Coach Janet on the clock. This is going to be a good, interesting pick here. So far, selected mostly veterans, which is going to be good for her. But is she going to go with a? We will find out now. Jeremy McRae. I do believe he might be a rookie. I don't recognize the name without the photo. So welcome, Jeremy. Coach Janet. Looks like Janet has gotten her pitcher. Yep, very important position to fill. And so Janet has gotten that taken care of. So she's got infield, she's got a pitcher. Going to be looking for some outfield here shortly. So excellent start, Coach Janet, who this is her first draft. So I think that she's got a pretty good start. Let's see who we got next. Coach Dean pick is in. Chad Autine. Is that supposed to be Austin or is it Auden? I apologize if I butchered your name. Welcome aboard, Chad. From Marrero, Louisiana. Looks like a pitcher. Got some good hitting stats. Excellent. Always want to make sure you get a good bat out of the pitching position. We got a lot of players that definitely swing it and throw it. And looks like he's got two pitchers. So shoring himself up with a little bit of backup. Never a bad thing. If you have a pitcher that struggles, you want to get somebody in there. Of course, injury or whatnot. Always good to have at least one backup. Pick with the pick number 5 coming up. That would be. Thanks, Vaughn. Close enough. Coach Perkins has selected Linda Breckenridge. Welcome aboard from Pennsylvania, Everett, Pennsylvania. Not familiar with that town. Looks like an infielder, potentially a early player. I believe a rookie, Linda. I don't think I've gotten to meet you yet. Apparently, AUTIN is OTAN, by the way, Ryan. So now we know. Well, welcome, Linda Breckenridge, to Team Perkins. Um, so, Matt Perkins, again, from the area, ended up going outside the area to Pennsylvania. So, does he have a scoop that we don't know? We'll find out. Up next, Coach Justin is getting selected right now. Hey, Cody Slusher. Excellent pick right here. Hitting, slugging, all around defense. Was part of that championship team in Indianapolis. You can see him receiving his Ultra jersey. He was one of the players selected to the National Ultra team. Welcome, Cody, to the team. So Justin now has pretty much his outfield locked down. So between Justin, between Bailey, between Cody, I gotta imagine he's now thinking, I gotta find some infielders and some pitchers because he's got a pretty good start to his outfield. Let's see who we got up next. Ooh, Boss Lady. Coach Boss Lady Paula has selected Anna Boone, infield catcher. Um, Looks like also has some field defense, so could have some good flexibility that will help Paula. Uh, Great name, damn it, Boone, based out of Louisiana. So we're starting with a little bit of outfield, a little bit of pitching, good all around flexibility in this part. Paula has done it several times, so she knows what she's doing. Formidable drafter who once drafted 5 catchers on her team and still made it to the championship game. Hey, Chad Oten, I see you in the. We got it right eventually. Coach Brandon, the pick is in. Juan Hernandez, pitcher. Excellent. Welcome aboard, Coach Brandon. From Cut Off, Louisiana. Is that actually a town or was the name cut off because it was too long? Somebody in chat tell me.
It's news to me.
Welcome, Juan Hernandez. As you can tell, the picks are speeding up now, so we are going through these a little bit faster. Congratulations, Juan. Welcome to Team Brandon. And the next pick will be back at pick number 1. Allie, you are on the clock. Apparently, Cutoff is a town in Louisiana. Who knew? Final pick of round 3 with Coach Allie Logan Ray. So, Coach Allie going with the pitcher. Going to get to go ahead and shore that up. Looks like a well-rounded pitcher as well, from Cuba, Missouri. So, Logan, I believe, has played in several of our events. Can't picture him without the picture. So upload your picture to leaguejoe.com/trading-cards. Because once again, you will actually take home your own card if you can find it. Now we are in the snake draft. So Coach Allie, pick. Go ahead and while that is getting ready, oops. switching over to couples drafting. Just as a quick reminder, if you are selected as a couple, you will have the other person in the couple be announced later. So if you had somebody else that was announced, don't worry, your name is to be brought up as well. Coach, looks like round 4 is getting prepared, so we are going to be able to announce it here shortly. Did you just broadcast that question? Am I answering you? So sorry, I'm talking to Ryan. He was asking how do we start the process of the draft, and for a coach, it all starts with, of course, just preparing up your positions and what you're going to attack. But of course, you've got that salary cap that you've got to manage. So as I'm buying Ryan a little time here as he prepares the round, um, who else is in the chat? Uh, Looks like we've still got quite a few folks in chat. Thank you for sticking around. We enjoying through this together. Will Clark, who signed up late, is going to be a mercenary for us. I see you, Will. One thing that is important to know, if you have tuned in and you want to still join the draft, we will have a handful of spots available. So if you haven't signed up yet, and go ahead and sign up. So go ahead and do so. And we got the pick is in for Allie. Larry Trent, great selection from Kokomo, Indiana. Another good, strong, well-rounded player that is going to be able to fill in the infield for Allie. So we can see right now that Allie looks like she's got some pitching, she's got some outfield, she's got some infield. So she's doing pretty well. She's got a well-rounded team. Coach Brandon is now up, ready to go. The pick is in. Brittany Herbert, welcome to Coach Brandon. Brittany is a left center player, left center outfielder. Excellent spot. Looks like well-rounded with good, strong outfield defense. You got to be if you play that left center spot. And so Brandon selected 2 of his 3 women, so he is good to go and well his way there with Allison, Mark, Juan, and Brittany as the start. Up next with the 3rd pick, we've got Boss Lady again. Smitty needs some more apple juice. Pick is in. Galena Lewis from Rainbow, Texas. We do have some Texans coming out. Yeehaw, welcome. You are all going to roast me for saying that, and I immediately apologize. Apple juice. Right center fielder. So getting some of that outfield. I know that that's important for Paula to shore up. So welcome aboard, Galena Lewis, joining with Anna, Stan, and Michael. So I can see that we've got another well-rounded team. A couple outfielders, got that pitcher taken care of. Looks like Boss Lady will be looking for a shortstop. So expect that pick to be coming in soon. And with our 4th pick, we should have coming in Toby Everidge. Oh, Toby looks like a brand new player who signed up today and did not yet fill out his profile. So, Toby, you are officially our mystery man. Welcome aboard the team. So, since we don't have much to comment on here, Toby, don't forget to upload your trading card picture. Look at that. The blank double commas. I see somebody asking, how do we add pictures cards? Go to leaguejoe.com/trading-cards. And I just noticed that my phone was not connected. So Kristen was going to be sending me questions from the audience. If you have any questions in the audience, go ahead and send them. I was not able to see them because my phone, but I can now. Coach Perkins. Eugene Bruckbacher. Man, I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Great player, great selection from Metairie, Louisiana. Going to be able to walk over to the field. Excellent selection here. Obviously, a homer pick. Eugene, welcome aboard Team Perkins. Looks like we've got a lot of infield. A lot of infield. So that outfield, he's going to be looking for it late. And there's some good value there. He's still going to be able to find it, but he better not wait too much longer. So, who we have next with the next pick? Coach Dean on the way. The second half of the couple, another one of our team selections. Amber, welcome to Coach Dean. Amber is an excellent infielder, excellent player. I believe is all set now or getting pretty close to being set for women on the team. So excellent pick, Dean. So we're starting with Mariah, Ben, Chad, and Amber. I can see pitching is covered, a little bit outfield, good infield. He's off to a good start here. If you are going, I see a question in chat. If you are going to the trading card link and it is not working, make sure you're logged in. Coach Janet, you are up next. Here is the other half of that couple from earlier. Nicholas Solomon, welcome aboard, Coach Janet. No surprise here if you heard Elena's name called earlier. Another good, excellent, well-rounded player and got that outfield, starting to build that up. So excellent couple selection for Janet. And let's see, who else do we have coming up? Coach Wade is on the clock. Candace Varnes, another half of the street. She submitted a picture with everybody and their mama in it. That was a fun team. That I think they had a good time down there. Candace is the bottom left. So welcome aboard, Candace. Welcome back to New Orleans. Candace also played in a couple other events, I believe Indy as well. So I told you, Wade loves outfield. So great job, Wade. Very predictable, but you know what? You know what you're doing. I see you working. Okay, Coach Nikki is now being elected. James Terrio, another half of the Terrio couple. Welcome, James from Mandeville, Louisiana. Outfield. So we've got outfield beginning covered for Nikki here. Two outfielders, great pitcher, another infield with outfield flexibility, another team that is building outfield in. Up next, pick number 10, Coach Herb. There's the other half. There's Troy. All the locals know him. If you were in Indianapolis for that tournament, he's the guy that was wearing that goofy alien suit while he was out there pitching. Great player, great teammate, excellent, well-rounded pick. Can play shortstop, can play pitcher, can frankly play outfield, can play anywhere. So great selection there. Coach Vanessa now coming in hot. Edward Francois. Welcome from New Orleans. Let's see, pitcher, good, well-rounded stats. No trading card photo. Come on, Edward. Welcome aboard Team Vanessa. So Team Vanessa starting with Brian, Miranda, Jose, Edward. looking like a good start. Um, has two women already, so she's there. She's got a lot of flexibility going forward. Has her pitchers taken care of, has the outfield. Actually, has three backup pitchers, so that's not a bad situation to be in. Um, Coach Jesse is up next. Excellent. Lane Hill from Pensacola, Florida. Hey, Kristen, how's this guy? Lane, I don't recognize your name, but I assume that you know Kristen, which, sorry. That's a shortstop. Good, well rounded stats. Excellent selection. So we see that Jesse is another player who has bucked the trend. She has shored up that infield and ready to go. Will she get that outfield late? She better. They're going to be chasing them balls around them big fields. Little John is up next. The pick is in. Nate Martin, third base. Welcome from Spring, Texas. Another Texan coming on over. Good. Looks like well-rounded stats. Looks like a strong player. Nate, I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting you, or maybe I have. Gotta see the picture. Too much apple juice. Nate, Tim, Kalani, Brooke. Got the outfield. Got the infield. Good, well-rounded start for John. How big are the fields? They are 300, but it is some humid air out there in New Orleans. They play a little big. Of course, anything's going to be big compared to the fields we were last year, which we had one 220 field with a 20-foot fence. And not going to lie, I think we broke 12 windshields at least. Probably a few hood dents too. Let's see who we got up next. Coach Coach Shasta. And looks like we've got a player coming in without a trading card. Or maybe the username was wrong. Oh, that's okay. Chris St. Romain. Coach Chris, welcome aboard. It is turf for that, for who is asking. Um, Welcome aboard, Coach Shasta. So we are snaking around. Coach Shasta is up next. So we're going to do a quick conversation about a sponsor while we prepare the next round of picks. Arizona Glove Man. Fred, if you are in the chat, thank you so much for helping us out. Check out this sweet glove. This is part of the top package. This is actually the gold variation. So we've got a primary gold with a little bit of purple, and then there's another purple variation with a little bit of gold. And you can see down there in that corner, we've got the fleur de lis for New Orleans, little League Joe symbol there in the middle, custom one of a kind glove. Um, so these are awesome. Can't wait to get my hands on one. Gonna have to try to steal one out of the pile for myself, and really excited to work with Arizona Glovemen. And I believe we're going to be doing more of these. So uh, we've got a Pensacola draft in May. Look out. We can get a Chaos glove too. So great partnership and very excited to continue working. We should be able to get the next pick here shortly. We only have a couple rounds left. Each team is only going to get to around, I believe, 9 or 10, so we're over halfway there. And they're going to be coming in. So here towards as we're preparing the next round, um, I think coaches right now they are going to be picking the last pick in the salary cap rounds. So after this pick, it actually becomes a free for all. So then we start to see a lot more spreading out of the players in terms of people stop picking based on salary and they start picking based on position of need. So a lot of those players that have not drafted outfield yet, they're about to do so. Um, by the way, at the end of this round, we are going to give away a custom glove from Arizona Glovemen. So if you are in chat, get excited, share the page, give a little wave. We are going to select one random chat participant at the end of this round to win a custom glove. So let's see what is up next. Coach Shasta kicking it off in round 5 with Randy Hilaire. Welcome to New Orleans. Excellent job, Coach Shasta. Starting to get that outfield shored up. So, excellent job. And let's see who we got up for the next pick. All right. Welcome, Crystal Tanguma from Naples, Florida. Welcome aboard, Coach Lil John. First base, good pick, well rounded on the stats. Still no trading card photo, but that's okay. We got time to fix that. We've got Brooke, Kalani, Tim, Nate, Crystal. Looks like I believe John has gone ahead and hit his 3 women quota. So he has taken care of that and he is ready to go now. So excellent pick from John. Now we've got Coach Jesse with Yasmin Castro from Harvey, Louisiana. Um, it's either Yasmin or it's Jasmine. I took a risk. I don't know which one I got. Hopefully we've got the right one. Welcome aboard. That's Jarrett, Kristen, Malik, Lane, and either Yasmin or Jasmine. Welcome to Team Jesse. See some of that outfield starting to show. And here we go. We are getting really spicy and fast. Oh, what a great pick. Candace Van Vogt. Welcome aboard Team Vanessa. This is part of a couple pick. You could actually see a sneak preview of the other couple in that pick. What a great power couple. They every time they come out, they have a great time. Team they're on has a great time. Excellent selection for Vanessa, and again is building a well-rounded team here. So, Coach Herb, my favorite trading card. Kenny was asking if he's allowed to change this photo, and the answer is no. Everybody else, yes. Kenny, if you're still in chat, this is you, buddy. Welcome aboard, Team Herb. All right, so we've got Jason, Leslie, Don, Troy, and Kenneth. Good, strong, well-rounded card of players. Up next, Coach Nikki. Matt Dunbar, welcome from Prairieville, Louisiana. Um, looks like we need a trading card for him too, but we know at least he's in the infield. I don't know why my apple juice keeps look like I'm like doing a magic trick for people. Oh. I do have to make it disappear one way or another. I hope some of these witty comments you're actually putting up live, and I just don't act like a Dakota, Grace, Shelby, James, Matt. I am clearly talking to myself right now.
That's okay. I'm just making you sound crazy on stream. Now, I did turn my mic on for that one.
Excellent. Coach Wade. Oh, yes. Brett Cole. Great teammate, one of the top players in the draft. He would tell you that. I'd tell you he's a little overrated. But you know what? Great person to have on your squad. Going to be able to shore up that infield. And Wade needs that because he picked all outfield. So he's got that taken care of. And so we see 3 outfielders. We know Wade is a pitcher, so we know that he's got that covered. Not going to have to worry about that. So it looks like Wade is off to an excellent start with his team. So who we got next? Coach Richie Mills. Welcome aboard. Looks like a short stop from Greenwood, Indiana. Richie plays, I believe, on our Southside League. I don't think I've yet had the pleasure to meet Richie because I've been shelved with a shoulder injury. But I'm looking forward to playing with Richie and meeting him down in New Orleans. So Janet's got some shortstop action now taken care of. Got a little bit of outfield. Janet's got a pretty well-rounded draft here. So let's see who's up next. Coach Dean. Thank you, chat, for confirming that Brett is overrated. Marcus Martinez, second base infielder from Zachary, Louisiana. Welcome aboard. Let's see. We've got another good, well-rounded draft. Dean's going to be looking for some outfield. First, let's see Coach Perkins. Justin Irwin. Welcome aboard to Coach Perkins from Metairie, Louisiana. I think this is another home pick. What are you doing, Perkins? You just picking up the rally possums? I see you working. So I see we've got a lot of infield, not a whole lot of outfield yet. Coach Perkins knows something we don't. We'll see. After all, Paula did get to the championship with 5 catchers. I know I saw Paula popped into chat, so. Haley Root, welcome aboard. Second base. From Owensboro, Kentucky. So Midwest. Welcome, Haley. Looks like got some good, well-rounded player. Let's see what that second. There we go. So Coach Justin has Bailey, Haley, 2 women and 3 men. So doing well on that, well-rounded. Excellent. So for the glove giveaway, here's how it works. Is everybody paying attention? I hope you just said yes on camera. So again, I'm not acting like it's crazy.
No, I'm listening. I promise.
I'm going to say the passphrase at the end of this round, and I'm going to say it out loud. The first person to type it in chat is going to be the person who wins the glove.
I just
hope
the passphrase is not passphrase.
The passphrase will not be passphrase. Boss lady, welcome aboard. Tate Clark from Jefferson, Louisiana. Great pick. Good outfield, building that up. Excellent job. Outfield. Got her catcher. She did get one so far. I expect more. No, the password is not pineapple. Brandon Stevens, welcome aboard. Outfield from Slidell, Louisiana. Brandon drafted Brandon. For those that don't know, Slidell is actually kind of north and east across one of the many rivers out there, and is pretty close to to New Orleans. So let's see. We've got Allison, Mark, Juan, Brittany, and Brandon. Coach Allie, and then after that we'll do the passphrase. So everybody get ready. To remind you, I'm going to say a passphrase out loud. First one to type it in chat wins the glove. Coach Allie. And by the way, I'm going to be screenshotting the chat so that you guys see exactly who wins on my side. I don't know how the chat works, so if it's going to have delays for people, whatever. Matthew Offerman, we were just talking about this guy. Great player, great pickup. Is a wonderful individual who is helping us get started in Missouri. Won't talk about the town yet, just because it's not quite signed, sealed, and delivered. If you want to pick up on your own clues, you can do so. Welcome, Matt Offerman. So, in case people haven't figured it out, we have set this up so that we had the coaches drafting, and then we were running the behind them. They have since finished, and so they're starting to join the chat, and we're catching up. So we are going to go much faster. We're going to do these as fast as we can. So if you're sticking around, thank you for sticking around. First of all, appreciate you sticking around for our first draft, and we really appreciate it. And don't worry, we're going to get through the rest as fast as we can. Each round does take a little bit for Ryan to set up, so that's why I'm stalling at the end of these rounds. And so we can now say the password, which, by the way, you guys are guessing some awesome passwords. None of them are correct so far.
Can I take
I see
a
Smitty, I
random
see
guess?
Dog, I see Ultra, Pumpernickel. Definitely not Pumpernickel, Brad. Why would it be Pumpernickel?
Is it going to
All
be
right.
more beer?
I could use some more beer. That is not the password.
Dang it. Well, I guess
All
I
right.
don't win.
Is everybody ready? The password is Ultra. Yeah, that was definitely one that people could have guessed. It looks like, based on my print screen, oh no. Trouble. Kristen Radcliffe with the Ultra Draft glove. She was first. I've got the screenshot to prove. Hang on, let me see if I can. All right, you set this up. I will set this. Let me find a way to post this. Congratulations, Kristen Radcliffe. You focus on getting the next round prepared. I'll get this up. Okay, go ahead and go for the next round. I'll paste this. Allie's first pick is Jessica Jones. Straight out of Marvel. Let's go. Welcome aboard, Jessica Jones. Yeah, probably. Welcome aboard. All right, who else we got? Chat is going nuts right now. Jessica Jones, you are up. Justin, you got to say the password after I say the password. You can't just guess them all. He did guess a lot of them, though. Andrew Hall, welcome aboard. Congratulations. So, welcome aboard, Allison, Mark, Juan, Brittany, Brandon, Andrew. And Boss Lady is up next. Kaylin Olmeyer. Excellent pick. Strong player. Great job here, Boss Lady. Michael, Stan, Anna, Galena, Tate, Kaylin. So, shored up on all of her women up front. So she now would not necessarily need to pick another one. Now, there will be a couple teams that have 4, but most of them have 3. So many people in chat were guessing Ultra before. You got to do it after I say it. Saying it ahead of time doesn't mean anything. Reggie! Hey, welcome aboard, Reggie. Reggie is part of a couple bringing out a buddy of his to play. Excellent player, good, well rounded. Looks like Justin is going to get some shortstop action taken care of. Coach Perkins is up next. Jonathan Edwards, welcome aboard. Coach Perkins. So there is the pitcher. And let's see what we got. Yep, we got some infield. Pitcher Perkins still has not yet picked a primary outfielder. What you up to, Perkins? I see you. What do you know? Now, Eugene can play outfield. I could see that. So they're there. But that outfield, Guillermo Brown, excellent player, excellent pick. Another great example where our system ends up pushing players of all skill levels all over the place. So Guillermo is an extremely great value down here in round 6. Easily could have been top 2 round pick, but because of salary caps being what they are, he fell down a little bit. And so Dean has an excellent steal right here. And up next, we got Coach Janet with Amber Peach. Pietch? We're going to go with Pietch from Bloomington, Illinois. Welcome, Amber. Infield. Monty, Elena, Jeremy, Nicholas, Richie, Amber. Great start to the team. Definitely going to be looking for more outfield. Justin is is going to come after me in the dog suit. Coach Wade with Ray Will. Great selection here. Big Ray. Excellent player all around. Definitely going to help put some balls out for him. So great pick here. And actually, look at that. Wade, congratulations. You drafted an infielder. I didn't think you had it in you, buddy. I see Matt Perkins talking about anybody can play outfield. He's got all turf infield. I get you. Adrian Andre, first base. All right. Welcome aboard from Madisonville, Louisiana. I know you guys think that that thing is getting a little empty. Sorry, I got it covered. Dakota, Grace, Shelby, James, Matt, Adrian. Shoot, that was right next to the microphone. This pour brought to you by unnamed apple juice sponsor. Oh, one of our photographers without the picture. Brandon, you missed a golden opportunity here. Welcome aboard, Brandon. One of our photographers. By the way, we will send out photography information tomorrow. So if you want to get team photos, you can order them from one of 2 official photographers, Brandon being one of them, and an excellent one. He'll also be playing on the field, so he'll be able to get some really candid shots. Herb's team here. In addition, we also have Halo coming out. So if you're looking for photographer information, you can check the front page of the New Orleans page, and we will be emailing that out to everybody tomorrow, Monday as well. Coach Vanessa? Antonio Sanchez. Ooh, this apple juice got warm. First base. Welcome aboard from Atlanta, Georgia. Good, strong, late round pick. Another good example of great value falling down into later rounds. So Vanessa has a little bit of outfield, a little pitching, a little infield. Good, well-rounded team here. So good job, Vanessa, on your first draft so far. Who do we have up next? Matt Bailey, apple juice created that much foam whenever it got warm. It's been sitting out here for a while. I didn't want to run off to it. Coach Jesse. Sorry, Tony. This is your moment. Tony Whited from Lebanon, Tennessee. Welcome to Coach Jesse. I think we've heard of Tennessee or 2. So welcome aboard, Tony. This is for Coach Jesse. With Jesse and Perkins, both of you know something the others don't. Not gotten primary outfielders yet. So we're going to see how this plays out. I love it. I love the different strategies. Who we got next? Coach Lil John has David Gerber, outfield, left center, from Metairie, Louisiana. Welcome aboard. It's kind of big. Brooke, Kalani, Tim, Nate, Crystal, David, welcome aboard. Closing out round 14. Round 6.
For those in chat, I'm looking at too many numbers right now.
Brian Jones, another Texan. We definitely have a little Texans coming up. Love it. Welcome aboard. Looks like a slugger. I wonder what position Brian Jones plays. Could it be outfield? Or outfield? Or outfield? One of the above. Welcome aboard. Okay, round 7. So Ryan is getting that prepared. Yeah, let's talk about player spots still available. Once again, if you're still in the chat or coming in late and you haven't signed up yet, yes, you can. If you are in chat and you know somebody that hasn't signed up, can they sign up? Yes, they can. Each team at the end of the night will have either 10 or 11 players. That's because we do always continue recruiting towards the end, and we use those players to help fill in additional roster spots and balance the teams further. So, player spots are still available. You must sign up before probably Monday in order to get a jersey. So, that's the only restriction. After that, we will have some packages available that do not include jerseys. They instead have like T-shirts or whatever else, but you can't get a custom due to the delivery. So, player spots. The next round is coming up. Shasta is on the clock. And we're going to try to set some speed records on this one. Michael Alexander, welcome. Let's go fish from New Orleans. Signed up pretty recently, actually. Late ad, but welcome, Mike Alexander. And Shasta has a good, strong, well-rounded team. 2 outfield, bunch of infield, including some corner, a pitcher. I see you. I see you in chat, Shasta. You know what you were doing. You were acting like you were all scared and didn't know. You know, got a pretty good draft here. Back to Little John. Daniel Tanguma. Another name from Naples, Florida. I do not recognize your name, Daniel. Sounds like you're a party. Or that's the beer talking. Pitcher, catcher. So we got infield, we got pitching. Lil John had not picked a pitcher yet, so that's perfect. So great example of some late round positioning down. John had spent some of his salary field on some early women to join his squad, and now able to shore up his pitcher. Did not get punished by waiting. Up next, John Daughtry. Welcome aboard, John, from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Say that again, Ryan. I hope you keep saying this stuff online.
Oh, I'll just turn my mic on. Is he related to Chris Daughtry? I know that's probably one of those things where he's probably heard it for ever. I know. I'm full of them.
Keep him rolling. Welcome, John. Outfield. Joining onto the team. Jarrett, Kristen, Malik, Lane, Jasmine, Tony, John. Welcome aboard. Jesse got her outfielder. Look at that. I see you, Jesse. What a nice little drop to fall into your lap. Coach Vanessa on the clock. Brad Harrison, Wait, that is the wrong card. What happened there? Yeah, that's all right. we we have had a technical difficulty. Brad Harrison, also known as Austin Bills from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. No, it's not. Don't worry, Ryan. We've all seen enough of Brad. So Brad, the other half of the couple, um, great player. So excellent pick. It happens. We are live, people. So while we get the next pick, actually, go ahead. You got the. Coach Herb with Logan Hawkins. Whiskey Stash. That is a username. From Gastonia. So part of that North Carolina crew coming on out strong. Shortstop. Looks like a strong player to be joining the team. And hey, if you got a Whiskey Stash, I mean, you're welcome on just about any team. There will probably be whiskey there, I assume. Coach Nikki coming up. Keaton Fainter. Welcome aboard, Keaton. Another good example of a player who fell due to salary cap restraints. Overall strong player. You can see him in his sweet Indy National Championship jersey. Great outfielder. Great late pick for an outfielder. That helps Nikki. She did need another one, so great selection there. Real quick, I am curious. Anybody in chat who is waiting to see their name called? Hey, John. Yeah. Ryan's joke was really stupid. I know. Go ahead and roast him in the chat. He can't see the chat. He'll never know.
That's okay. I'll take the roast. I deal with it all the time. It's all good.
Give a quick ping in chat, and let's see who is around and waiting to hear their name called. Okay. I see a couple. Oh, shut up, Paula. Brant Christopher, welcome aboard Mandeville, Louisiana. Kim, Brian, Vaughn, awesome. Justin, I see you guys. You're coming. All right, Brant Christopher, welcome aboard to Team Wade. So while we wait for the next pick, actually, you know what? Okay, go ahead and do the next pick, and then I'll say what I was going to say. Edward. All right, so we got some people hanging around. Thank you guys for hanging in. I apologize that it has taken longer than we expected. We're going faster. Rich Walker, pitcher, welcome. Welcome aboard. If you are hanging around in chat, I'm going to have a special prize for Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant. So for those of you that don't know, by the way, real quick, Brant Christopher, shortstop, excellent player, infield. Okay, good job, Wade. In the NFL, the last pick of the draft is relevant. So this is the first time we've ever done this live draft like this. So whoever is Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant is going to be officially the last player picked that is still in chat. You will win a custom glove as well. So if you are sticking around and you have stayed with us, thank you. We're going to have a custom glove for the last player who is still in chat who gets picked. So let's keep going. Keep going. Go Dean. Justin Sparrow, welcome aboard. Coach Dean. Looks like a good, well-rounded player, infield. I think we did Rich Walker. Did we not do Rich Walker? Yep, Justin Sparrow is up from New Orleans. Welcome aboard. Excellent. Coach Dean, there we go. Guillermo, Justin, Marcus, Amber, Chad, Ben, Mariah. Dean, Mr. Irrelevant needs. Welcome aboard, Coach Perkins. Up next, Brian Griffith, Prairieville, Louisiana. See, now I've made it bittersweet for people to get their name because they're like, oh man, I could have been picked last. And then I'd get a glove.
Guaranteeing them a nickname for the back of the jersey.
Welcome aboard, Brian Griffith. Actually, I think it'd be fun if they changed their Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant. It'd be fun.
I'd do it.
Brian, Jonathan, Justin, Eugene, Linda, Sarah, Janelle. So Perkins, hey, look at that. Matt finally got a first primary outfielder. So we'll see who else he rounds up the team with. Welcome aboard, Brian Griffith. Ryan Pylant, pitcher. Welcome aboard to Coach Justin. And we've got Ryan, Reggie, Haley, Toby, Bailey, Micah. Good, strong, well-rounded. Toby being the wild card. So it'll be interesting to see how that ends up playing out. I'm not sure what Toby is, so perhaps Justin knows, but we'll find out. Either way, good draft from Justin. And we got Boss Lady. I know she's still hanging around, chat. Bill Porth, outfield. Great pick. Porthy won. Welcome aboard, Team Boss Lady. We are almost there. We only got a couple more rounds. Stick with us. Appreciate the patience. And we are on the pick 2 of round 7. I guess the pick 12 technically. Coach Brandon. Max Cheng, corner infielder. Strong infield defense, strong arm strength. Need that from the hot. Don't go in the outfield though. It's okay. Welcome aboard. Oops. Just showed me Boss Lady instead of Team 2. There you go. Welcome aboard, Brandon. Welcome, Brandon. Welcome to Team Brandon Max. And now we got Coach Allie coming up. Yes, your coaches will start reaching out and hitting you up with team chats, usually on Facebook chats. So look for those invites to come out. If not tonight, early tomorrow. JD, are you still in chat? Come on, tell me you stayed up, please. Oh, this is a great example of great late pick that is going to pay dividends. JD is all hustle, great player. Absolute stud of a guy to have on your team. Allie, you already know him. He's a great pick. Awesome job. Okay, we are going full screen. We are prepping round 8. So I'm going to waste a little bit of time just while Ryan gets prepped. Again, thank you so much for sticking around. We are going to go faster from here, and gonna go as fast as we can. See, it's getting late. So again, thank you for sticking around. Last person hanging out in chat that gets picked. We got a custom glove to make it worth your while. So chat, what are you up to tonight? Let's let you guide the conversation. Sounds good, Ryan. Ask him about fences. Who are you trying to ask about fences, Jason?
Sean, I do have a question for you here on stream. So as somebody who's I've personally never been to New Orleans, what are some attractions that you would be excited to see while you're down there, or restaurants, things to do? Having experienced it last year, what would you recommend?
Yeah, great question. For those of us coming down to New Orleans for the first time, we are going to announce an official after party on Saturday night. We do not have the location officially signed yet, but we are chatting with them. So have that announcement soon. But really, in New Orleans, any chance you get, you're going to have to go down to, of course, the main drag. and really want to try to hit the French Quarter. That's once you go in the French Quarter, drop yourself there, then you can walk around to the rest of the city from that spot. At least from the walk around the touristy city, because even if you're not into that scene, you got to go see it, right? Um, go ahead and make the pick. Some good recommendations in chat, so they've got better recommendations than me. Andrew Bartley. Um, Real quick, it will start after. It'll be, I think, 7 o'clock will be the first game on late. Andrew Bartley from Jefferson, Tennessee. Sorry, apparently my mic cut out. Somebody asked about Friday games. They will start after 7. 7 will be the first game. Uh, Welcome, Andrew Bartley, to Team Alley. Great looking team. And let's rapid fire this as soon as you got it ready. Throwing these picks in. Welcome, Andrew Bartley. Coach Brandon, Zachariah Laugen. Ooh, I just had a burp in the middle of that name. Oops. Welcome aboard, Zachariah. First base and left field. That's an interesting combination. So, obviously, a player that's well rounded. Looks like a strong team being picked by Brandon, who is one of our new coaches. So, wild card for Brandon. Joe Maddox, welcome aboard. Excellent pick. Excellent late pick, especially from Indy. Great spot to be picked up here. What will be considered senior? So, as mentioned earlier, the senior draft officially ended up merging together. Men 50 plus will be allowed to swing senior bats. They can opt into that if they wish to do so. Women 45 plus will also be able to opt into that. We also have adjusted our rules to allow for unlimited runners, but you can only run once per inning, or as a pinch runner, you can run once per inning. So you can't take the super fast guy and just run them every single time. Incoming pick. Zach Harris, let's go. Corner infield from Mandeville. Which team was this? Coach Justin. There we go. Yeah, this is I like these drafts so far. I'm gonna see the numbers. So we have a whole back end system that crunches and analyzes the teams. Use a little bit of AI magic to look for the balance, and so I'm gonna be interested to see how this goes. But as Ryan said, I think it's pretty looking pretty good so far. Especially if Coach Perkins ends up with a stronger field than is currently seeing. Vaughn Pizzolato? Oh man, I'm sorry, Vaughn. I know you're in chat.
You did better than I would have.
I think it's Pizzolato. Vaughn, tell me how wrong I am. Welcome aboard. Great selection. Is this basically the Rally Possum? Welcome aboard. I see some names I recognize. Is it Pizzolato? Let me know, Vaughn. Give me the pronunciation. I want to fix that one. Sean Goldner. Welcome aboard. Shortstop. Ooh, good shortstop late. That's nice. Shortstop and outfield. Nailed it. Good pick for Dean. He looks like he could use some more outfield as well, but I see that Sean at least has that as an incoming pick. Mike Pietsch. Again, probably butchered. Bloomington, Illinois. Welcome aboard. Outfield. Another good late outfielder. So we've got Janet with a couple outfielders, couple infielders, couple pitchers. Again, well rounded. We shall see how that plays out. Who do we got next? Coach Wade, but it's an infielder. Ha ha, gotcha. Mooresville, North Carolina. Pizzalato. So not pizza, Pisa, or like Leaning Tower of Pisa Lotto.
Oh,
It's
you
now
were
maybe.
close.
Huh? I assume that's Italian. Let's see. We got Samuel Furr. Welcome aboard, Samuel. Shortstop, 2-3B. So corner infielder, left side of the center. That's a great late pick by Wade. And classic Wade, look, still getting outfielders, even when he's getting infield. So excellent draft so far by Wade, but no surprise there. Randall, hey, welcome, Randall. Thanks for joining the chat. You missed our shout out for Jefferson Parish, but don't worry, I'll be sending you the video afterwards. Good to see you, Kimberly Trutling Reed. Yes, I saw you in chat, Kimberly. Welcome. You have officially been drafted from Claremont, New Hampshire. Wow, I think that is definitely our first New Hampshire player. Welcome aboard. With Coach Nikki, let's see, we got some couple outfielders, infield, good, well-rounded draft. Welcome, Kimberly, officially to Team Nikki. You're going to love Nikki. Great coach, great player. Looks like, oh, here comes Herb. Robert Janich. Welcome aboard. Infielder, second base. Looks like got some speed. Got some outfield defense as well. Okay, so Herb's got another utility player, well-rounded. Another player looking for additional outfield help, and looks like you might have that in Robert. Welcome aboard. Vanessa is. Oh, Austin Bills. Welcome. You were accidentally substituted in for somebody, but that's okay. You are now officially picked. Team Vanessa, welcome aboard. Looks like corner infield. Looks like got some good hitting stats. So good to find. Oh yeah, I can see what happened with that sheet. Yeah, it happens. Sorry, Brett. Looks like Vanessa is probably going to be looking for more field late, but otherwise good, well-rounded draft. Coach Jesse. Zach Colton, welcome aboard. True story. Zach kicked my butt in cornhole in the last New Orleans draft. So looking forward to getting revenge. Good outfielder late. So far it looks like Jesse, it's paying off waiting. Great job, Jesse. Selected a lot of infield early, but outfield came in late. Little John Davini West from Atlanta, Georgia. Not the first time I've seen Atlanta, so we got a couple people coming in. Welcome aboard. Might be part of a couple. Looks like a second base and shortstop, third base. So got the infield covered. Little John's got pitcher, got outfield. Good, well-rounded draft. Like to see some more outfield, but they're good. In a good spot there. Is the cornhole tournament going to be different time than the Derby this year? Yes. We're still figuring out the exact timing, but we're going to try to maybe even put it on Sunday. I know that might conflict with some games, but we're working on it. We got to figure it out a good time. Paxton Carpenter, welcome aboard. From Covington, Louisiana. Welcome to the draft, Coach Shasta. By the way, Shasta, I know you're in chat. Am I saying your name right? I'm obsessed with name pronunciation. I try to get it right. I suck at it.
I'm the same way. I'm always curious.
Yeah, I always like knowing how people get their name pronounced.
Yeah, it's a respect thing. You want to make sure
wrong,
everybody's, their name's pronounced the way that they want it to be.
So we are almost done. Thank you again so much for hanging in tight. Are we allowed to drink at LaSalle Park? Yes, they will have beer and other concessions available. So no issues there. Shasta says my pronunciation is perfect. I got one out of 20. Are you talking to me or are you talking to chat? This is so awkward whenever you talk to me and I go quiet and the people staring at me. Oh yeah, we could bring Jefferson Parish back up. So once again, if you have not booked yet, the wonderful team at Jefferson Parish, they're amazing. They helped set us up with you switching to the wrong screen.
So sorry.
We do still have room blocks available. They will be done tomorrow night. We had to add more because we sold out a bunch of them. But if you want to get in, free breakfast, free parking. You're going to get $30 towards a future event. So you get a little bit of cash back. Um, it's got an on site lounge and restaurant, which means that after we're done partying, we all know that we can go back to the hotel and a great little party spot that will be available to us before we pass out. So check out the official party hotel. Uh, First pick of round 9. Here we go. Darren Christopher. Christopher? Christopher. Darren, welcome. Team Shasta. Somebody said it was cut off. Hopefully my audio is doing okay now. Okay. Excellent. Well, let's keep rolling through. Let's see who's going to be Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant. As soon as you get that pick, load it up. There's a few picks in round 10, but not many. So we've got a round and a half left. Shelby Havlicek. Shelby, I think I saw you in the chat. Are you still there? We're getting close to who will be Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant. If you have not been picked yet and you're in chat, no, not you, Will. Raise your hand. Let me know. I want to see who else is still around in chat. Welcome, Shelby. You're on Team Lil John. Hey there, Shelby. Welcome to Team Little John. Team Jesse with Reese Ryland. I don't think I've seen Reese tonight. So Shelby, so far you are in the running for the glove for sure. I think folks may have tapped out pretty early. Corey Widner, welcome to Sarasota with Coach Vanessa. Excellent. Jacob Miller. Oh no. David Street, you've already been drafted. What are you talking about? David, you were drafted way up in round 3. Welcome, Jacob. Jacob, awesome dude. He's gotten started in Gastonia for us. Great pick here. Going to help really shore up Herb's team. Chris Hartinger, you've been picked. I've seen you. Brooke Martinez, I think you've gotten picked. Name sounds familiar. Jeremy Jacques, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Whose team was this? Sorry. Coach Nikki. Excellent job. I'm getting through a lot of apple juice. Dakota, Grace, Shelby, James, Matt, Adrian, Keaton, Kimberly, Jeremy. Excellent team. Well-rounded 3 primary outfielders. Bunch of infielders with some outfield coverage. Nikki, you got it. Coach Wade with Curtis Buck, infield from Foothills, Alabama. Wade himself being from Alabama, wonder if this one might be a little bit of a home pick. By the way, Brad Harrison sending some stars. Thank you so much. I don't actually know what that means, but I love you for it, big man. Can't wait to see you down there. Let's see. Curtis Buck, welcome aboard Team Wade. So after going all outfield, oh man, that was an apple juice burp right there. After going all outfield, he's gone infield. And notice he is not drafting a pitcher. He wants no competition for himself. Oh, I know what's going on with Chris Hart. Oh, Jorge Ruiz, welcome aboard. Let's see, outfield. Overall, well-rounded. Excellent player. Here's some of that good outfield. So yes, I think Chris, you definitely have not been picked yet. I know why, but you're coming up. So Chris, you might be in the running. That's pretty. Let's see who else is out there. Chris might be pretty close. Bethel Glumac, welcome aboard. Hey, Jorge, I see you. Welcome aboard. Bethel Glumac, welcome to Team Dean. Mariah, Benjamin, Chad, Amber, Marcus, Guillermo, Justin, Sean, Bethel. Got some. Ooh. Dean's playing the risky game with outfield too. I see you. Chris Langan from Houston, Texas. Outfield. Who's this? Hey, Perkins got an outfielder. From Texas. Welcome aboard, Chris Langan. That probably explains it, Dean. Philip Griffith, welcome. Pitcher, well-rounded from Foley, Alabama. Justin, excellent. I agree. Chris Hardinger is amazing drafted. And again, just goes to show the way that our draft works. Some players, we've got novices that go in the first rounds, and we've got like Chris Hardinger who falls all the way down here. So if you have not had your name picked, please do not take offense. I promise this is not indicative of not being wanted. This is not indicative of not being skilled. This is all about the balance and us messing with the coaches so that we get Philip Griffith coming in late, for example. So Steve Botcher, as I was saying, being drafted late in our drafts does not mean a thing about your skill. Do not take that personally. We've got first round players go in the last round sometimes. Chris Hardinger is a great example of that. So, Chris, thanks for sticking around and being my example of exactly what I've been talking about. Because I know your name's coming soon. I don't know when. Soon. Steve Botcher, welcome aboard Team Paula. Incoming coach Brandon, we've only got a few more picks left. Adrian E. Vaughn, welcome aboard infielder. Chris, are you the last one? If you have not been picked, hands up. If you've not been picked, hands up. Let's see who's going to be Mr. or Mrs. Brandon, congratulations. Welcome. Or I'm sorry, Adrian Vaughn, welcome to Team Brandon. Congratulations. You have been selected. I see you, Will. You're still not getting picked. Love you, though. Brent Stokes. Another good late pick. Got that late outfield help, Allie. Great job. And we are down to our final few picks. I see you, Will. Head up, buddy. Edgardo Almodovar. I am so sorry. Gardy, have you not been picked yet? Bailey, have you not been picked yet? Ooh, so we might have a 3-horse race for Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant. I feel like Gardy's gotten picked. Now, one thing to say is if you did not have a payment plan in place by this afternoon, some people may not have been picked for that. Or if you signed up super late, you may not be picked because of that. So if you are in chat and you do not hear your name called, contact us afterwards. We'll have to look and investigate what exactly happened there. Okay, Gardy, so you have been picked. Okay, so we've got a couple of other guys. Oh, you played last year. Yeah, I recognize you. Are you going to sign up this year, Gardy? We could take a few more. Gary Pockert. My batting average is 1350. I thought I would have got drafted higher. Well, yeah, except you sandbagged and you said the batting average was only 250, obviously. All right, Allie's pick. Round 10. Blake Hilleman. Welcome aboard. Corner infielder. Great job from Morristown, Tennessee. Awesome. That is a full squad from Coach Allie. Looks like she's got all the pieces she needs. Maybe a little outfield help, but JD's there. Matt Offerman, you want to play outfield? All right, Gary Pockert. There you are. We found you, Gary. Welcome aboard from Arkansas. Pitcher, shortstop, joining Team Brandon. Excellent pick. Another great example how good value falls late in our drafts. Gary, see, man, you gotta change that batting average. Welcome to Team Brandon. There he is. There's Hardinger. Welcome aboard, Team Boss Lady. So far, Mr. Irrelevant is Mr. Chris Hardinger, but do we have anybody else left in chat who has not been selected? Let's see. Boss Lady, Michael, Stan, Gaylina, Anna. Got the 3 gals. Got the outfield. Great late pickup on the outfield. I see you, Gary. Coach Justin. Terrelyn Stevens. I don't think I've seen Terrelyn so far. Chris, still hanging out. John is still here. Ooh, John might be the last one. Unless we just missed John and he got drafted somewhere else. Tara Lynn Stevens, welcome aboard to Team Justin. Brad. Matthew Bailey from Foley, Alabama. Welcome aboard. Coach Perkins. Great pick. Great late pick. Getting the squad back together. Team Perkins. Coach Dean, Eric Breckenridge. Is Eric? Are you out here, Eric? I feel like I saw that name. Maybe not. We've only got a couple more, right? Oh, apparently one more. Dean. Dean, you really did get the last pick, huh? You mentioned somebody owes you a thank you. So, drum roll. Wait, why did that show Eric on Dean's team? Was that the wrong label? I don't know. We'll see. Show me what you got. It could be the chat's delayed. I could be seeing the chat messages late. Okay, who you got next, Ryan? Boyd Lawrence. Welcome aboard, Coach Littlejohn. Oh, yep, Dean, I know why. Yep, Eric. I get it. I'm seeing a note that John hasn't been picked yet, but I see John off. So we will have to investigate the John situation. John? Finding out. Hang on a second. Well, either way, we've got a glove we're now. Is that everybody at this point? Well, welcome aboard, all the players. If you didn't get called, we're going to get it figured out. So, thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate it. This has been awesome. Sorry it dragged on a little bit longer than we expected.
Sorry, guys.
And so that's okay. We've got it fixed for, we're going to continue to improve and get it tighter next time. But hopefully you all enjoyed the show. If you've got any other questions, comments, concerns, we, of course, will be taking care of those throughout the night and through tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will be able to send out jerseys as well. So those will be available for extra purchase. And otherwise, I just hope everybody enjoys their time down in Louisiana. So look for your coaches to set up your group chat soon. And we will talk to you again here in the near future. So congratulations to everybody. Again, reach out to me if you didn't get picked, and we'll find out where you're at, and then we'll go from there.